Still looking at it? Yeah, thinking about it. I do. And I've noticed a lot of things, and I've been telling them. So for me, I would say,
we don't want to lose what we have, but then when something's not going our way, we're hopeful, right, that things are going to come back. So I have noticed, and I even on Tops of TV a couple of times. I think I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Jack on there or somebody else. I was like, just wait 5 more minutes. We were going to exit on a trade on there, and I've noticed in my own personal trading that sometimes when I feel a certain way and I'm ready to like bail on something, if I just give it another 5 minutes, just take a breather, step away, or just take your hand off the mouse for 5 more minutes. It's amazing how sometimes the market just goes in the direction we want it to, like in that 5 minute period. It's amazing how the market is like wired into your brain. The poltergeist, right? It knows what scares us.
Yes, it is. The market is a poltergeist. It knows what scares you. It's on those pullbacks that we end up taking ourselves out of good positions. You take your hand off.
Absolutely.
Would you say, and I know it's not for everybody. Not everybody is wired the same way, I guess, emotionally. I've only known a couple of people who were really never affected by wins or losses, or at least I believe they were never affected by wins or losses. And they were on the trading floor. These guys were made of freaking steel. Would you say, let's say 1 to 10, how important has that emotional journal been to you? I always try and tell people about it. I fought it the first time it was given to me. You know that story, Vince. And it doesn't. You don't understand how important it's going to be until you find out how important it's going to be.
Right, it's our ego, and it's hard. It's hard to suck it up, honestly, because when you put it on paper, Hogue, it's right there in your face, right? And you can see how you did this same thing 55 times, right? Like, so I would tell him, hey, I took this trade. My profit target was 20 points, right? The market went up 7, or it went up 12. It pulls back 6. I bail because now I'm like, oh, I just had 12 points and now I'm going to get stopped out and I bail. And then it goes to 20 points, right? And how many times does that appear in your journal? Over and over and over and over. And then when you start to feel that same feeling where, oh man, it went up 12, it came back 6, I'm going to bail, you can turn it off, right? It's like, I call it an emotional indicator. You have your technical indicators. This is an emotional indicator. And sometimes you can notice what's going on in your own mind and you can switch it off. And I think that's been a really big help.
Well, you get out of a good position in a pullback like that, you would probably put that in the impulse category.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
It's up 12 now. I'm only up 6. I got to get out of this. I don't want to lose it all. Impulse, bang, you're out. Yep. Order filled. Absolutely. That's the one thing it did for me when I finally started doing it. I think the first thing was to be able to recognize with greater accuracy the order filled. When I do, but if you do it out of impulse, you're always going to do it out of impulse. If you do it out of cognition or recognizing intuition versus impulse, you're going to be, I think, a little bit more accurate whether you should get out or you should not. That's the hardest thing for traders, man. Is you get in a good position, it pulls back, and Dakota always says, pullbacks are good. Pullbacks are good. We want this pullback. It gives you another, another swing level to maybe move your stop up to at some point in the future. I mean, it's all a game, isn't it? What were you going to say?
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll help you become more consistent, right? So I think the biggest problem with traders is consistency. So if we don't do something consistent all the time, we're never going to get a consistent result out of it. So I think, holding on to your trades, to your profit target, or I try to tell everybody, try to get at least 2 to 1, right? If you're going for a big one like this trade here, this is much more than 2 to 1, right? What is this, like 5 to 1? But if I get up into an area and I move a stop and I move my stop at where I'm at 2-1 and it pulls back and
Mhm.
stops me out, I still reach my 2-1 profit target,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And that's the things I'm trying to do to try to stay more consistent, is try to get at least 2-1, because if you could get 2-1 and you're 40% a win rate, you can be profitable, right? So that's the goal of the whole thing, is just to be profitable. So that's kind of the things that I'm doing. Like right now, I'm going for the moon, right? But if I get up there and and I go and I protect, at least 2-1 in that trade, it pulls back, stops me out, no big deal. But I think the emotional piece is probably bigger than the strategy itself. I really do. I think it's emotion.
Completely agree.
I think it's risk, or a risk plan, like a risk management plan. I think those are the two biggest things. You could have a terrible strategy, and if you have good risk management behind it, it could be profitable. I mean, I was on with Coach Jay once, and I back tested a strategy I was working on, had an 18% win rate, and it was up. I forgot how much it was up after 2 months, but it was pretty impressive. It lost 18 out of 100 trades, right? And it made money. So it's not always about the strategy itself. It's about the risk management behind the strategy.
Yeah, I see. Governor.
Trade, right? It's to entice us to get into the market. And that's why when the market starts moving fast, and I try not to look at the dome. A lot of people are like, oh, do you trade off the dome? And I tell them, hey, I don't, because that dome is like, it's seducing you into trying to take a trade that you don't want to take, right? It's flickering up and down and you're getting all excited, and right, it's like that shiny object, and you just have to play with it. And I don't trade off the dome. I put my orders on the dome, but I do not trade off of what I see in the dome.
Jack, you were going to say something?
Yeah, we're testing. Look at the MES trade. Vince is in, just testing the highs from earlier in this hour.
There's that weak high.
Take it out. Let's go. Push.
The longer you can hold above this level, yeah. Now I'm thinking long.
Oh, let's go. What's Delta look like, folks?
Do you like your kind of emoji on your team number there? Your team thing there? That looks like you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Look at mine.
Good. I like it. There you go. Yeah.
I like the brown mustache.
Hogue, to be frank, I am reporting that person if I see them on my around my neighborhood.
My goodness. Well, maybe I should.
Right, so
maybe
where
I'll
we
dye
at
it.
here?
Then it'll fit. Then it'll look like it. Then it'll fit.
It looks cool though.
Yeah, it looks good. It was Hogue's Heroes, right?
Yes.
You guys, and I'm speaking at the Hogue's Heroes. You guys got a great coach, so make sure you pay attention.
Well,
you got a treat.
They announced the coaching for the 150K. Your name was up there a lot, Vince. You got a lot of fans out there. You're a good coach. You're a good trader, man.
Order filled.
All right, good coach, good trader.
Well, wise man is.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Sounds great. Let's see. We got Oscar. Okay. Oscar was asking something there. So what are we doing up here? Oh, did I get the Delta from you or no? I didn't even hear it.
4,700 positive.
Positive Delta. Okay.
That's S&Ps, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It could still be rolling though. Right,
Yeah.
Today's the last day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the March contract closed at noon.
3, 4, 5 candles, okay?
Okay.
No more trading in March.
This was
Thanks, Lufkin. Appreciate that.
Beautiful. Look at that. Right off.
Trying to check the
20.
got all these screens up and platforms.
Major.
Cool.
I feel you.
Still getting used to it all.
You got 3 mice.
Natalie,
3
you're
keyboards.
welcome. Natalie,
This is
you're welcome, Natalie.
Order black.
See?
Sell. Order black. Buy.
I'm not the only one
it's
that loves
a-
you, Vince.
It legs.
It's amazing to give back, really,
Look at
Hogue.
the body
I
of
mean,
the-
I've been trading futures now for 22 years,
And this one,
and
eye on this one.
you know, this could be a really tough thing, and every one of us, okay, and I don't care who you are, you're gonna go through a dark phase. It happens to all of us, and that's just part of the growing process, and it's part of the journey, right? You come out of it stronger. What was this saying you had, Hogue, when you walked through the forge? What was the
The hardest steel comes from the hottest forge.
There you go. Love that one.
Yeah, there's another lyric from
Order
Phil.
we were walking through hell. I forget what that one was, but
yeah,
it's
go
about walking through hell.
keep on going, or the
Yeah.
devil knows you're there. I like the one. It's a song that I'm sure nobody knows, but sometimes the road leads through dark places. Sometimes the darkness is your friend. That's where you're gonna learn. That's where you're gonna learn. You gotta feel these things. You gotta go through some tough times to get to the good times. And there's nothing more true in that than trading.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling that right now, Hogue.
Oh, oh no.
Oh, not.
Are you all
not
right?
in trading. Oh yeah, no, I'm completely fine.
Yeah, 57.20 might be an interesting level too. So we're gonna have to see if we get up there around 57.20. What did we get up to just now? Where are we at here?
12.75.
12.75. Okay.
12.5. Don't get out on the pullback.
Anybody in the chat? What do you got the volume reading in this thing? I don't watch too much like regular volume. Like I have the volume profile, but how's the volume looking like up here?
So on the 3-minute, you've got the ADX in your favor. You got some increases in the up volume bars here. So you're seeing a little bit of an increase in volume. This little pullback is low volume, and this is a 3-minute chart.
See? Didn't I say that? One.
So we're starting to see a little volume building up here. And where is this at right now? Settlement 12.75.
It was settlement. Damn it. I don't have it on my chart today.
Yep. Well,
right.
Vince, you got to do your homework or you don't get to go to recess.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, I wasn't planning on trading today much. So I was kind of slacking off today a little bit. I took a little bit of a break this morning.
Well, that's, I mean, it is triple witching day. It can be a beast of a day. Order filled. So I don't blame you for, relaxing a little bit today. You got, a few micros on. You're sitting in profit. You got no worries.
Life is good.
Yep.
Slacking
So
off
far,
is
so
good.
Order filled.
Yeah. I would just like to see us close this 30-minute bar in this value area. And now,
Order filled.
We can close in this value
Order
area.
filled. Yes, get another 30-minute bar to close in there. Let's go.
All right, we'll leave it there. Coming up
Order
next,
filled.
We have Top
Order
Quiz.
filled.
Bonnie is joining me as Eddie's taking a day today. And then we'll see Dolby, Anne-Marie, and Real Deal Zach are here for Back to the Futures. Vince, thanks so much for joining. Best
Order filled.
Not luck, just best wishes on your trade.
It's okay. Luck is a big part of this too, Jack. I'm not too lucky.
Or micros. We'll be okay. Hogue, always good to see you. Are you on again, or like me, are you off now for the day?
No, I'm off. I'll see everybody in a week. Blessings to everybody.
Nice.
Trade well. Vince, I know you will.
Enjoy your time off, Hogue. You deserve it.
Thank you. Maybe I'll drive out to your house.
There we go. Hey.
Order filled.
Get the Kentucky smoke on waiting for you, Hogue.
All right. Blessings, everybody. I'll see you in a week. I'll still be around for the rest of the day.
I'm actually going to see you right now. We got Top
Order
Quiz.
filled.
So, Hogue, have a great vacation. We'll see you then, guys. Stick around. We got Top Quiz next. It's Top Step TV. Get your quiz hats on. Bye.
Soybeans, meal, oil. You want to buy some soybeans? Soybeans. Who wants soybeans? Order filled. Order filled.
To do top quiz, I gotta remove myself from here. Let me see. Make sure I get the. Well, we got again. We got two. Get somewhere here. Maybe one. Right here. Right here. Starting with three. I like that. Very nice. It just takes forever. What a copy. What a baby. Six. That's why you look hard.
Order filled. Order filled.
So we stopping here and we'll be back because I'm gonna do the top quiz.